force and laws of motion. The topic to be covered today is inertia. Basically, inertia is a tendency of a body by which it opposes the change in three different quantities, and they are change in the state of rest, change in the state of motion, and change in the direction of motion of a body. So there are three types of inertia. First of all is inertia of rest, which is the opposition to the change in the state of rest. For example, here we have a coin placed on a cardboard above an empty glass. The moment you flick the card, the coin should stay in air, and in presence of gravity, the coin falls into the glass. This is because the coin do not like to change its state of rest and do not like to move along with the cardboard. It stays at the same place and hence it falls into the glass. Another example for the same is the passenger in a moving vehicle, or the passenger in a vehicle which is at rest. When we are at rest in a vehicle which is not moving, and if the vehicle has just started its motion, then we feel that we are falling back. This is because our body has a tendency to oppose the change in the state of rest. We were at rest, so the body would like to be at the rest and do not like to change its state of rest. The second type of inertia is inertia of motion, which is the opposition to the change in the state of motion. For example, here we have a driver in a moving car. As the car has suddenly stopped, the body do not accept the change in the state of motion, and the body would like to be in motion. Hence the driver has to jump out of it automatically to keep himself in motion, and this is the tendency of the body. The driver is not doing it purposely. This is what happens if you do not wear seat belts. The same example is if you are in a moving bus, if you are standing in a moving bus and the bus has suddenly stopped, you would fall forward. This is because your body would like to continue the state of motion. And the third type of inertia is inertia of direction, which is the opposition to the change in the direction of motion. When we take a sharp turn on any of the roads, our body obviously would fall aside. This is because of inertia of direction. Our body has a tendency to oppose the change in the direction. It would like to be in the same direction of motion which was there earlier. So hence it opposes the change in the direction of motion, which is called inertia of direction. And the question comes, how to measure this inertia and what is the measure of inertia? Very importantly, mass of a body is the measure of inertia. Here we have an example of two cans. One is empty and the other full of sand. Obviously, the can with sand, filled with sand completely, has got more inertia because it's not easy to move a can with full of sand compared to an empty sand. It's not easy to stop a can which is already moving, which is full of sand, and that shows that the tendency of inertia, tendency to oppose the change in the state of rest or motion, is more for the can full of sand. Hence inertia is maximum for a body with maximum mass.